Hello everyone and welcome to another FPL video on the channel. In this video we'll be talking about game week 10, how we got on, my thoughts, and then we'll be taking a look at some potential moves and our current game week 11 team. So let's get into it. So in game week 10 we amassed a total of 70 points. In net we had Gaeta who got 3 points, Trippier got 7. I'll tell you what, Trippier has been very consistent recently. He's seeming to get a return every single week, even if they don't get a clean sheet, which is fantastic. James, the troll of the week, Graham Potter, you mug. James was benched and then brought on late on, and he got a total of 1 point. Then we have Cancelo, who absolutely smashed it. This is the Cancelo we know and love. Attacking, can score a goal, can get the assist, could have had multiple assists. He put in a few beautiful Trivellas to Mahrez, who didn't finish them off. But nonetheless, 18 points, absolutely fantastic from Cancelo. So onto the midfield, we then have Martinelli, who got 12 points, had an absolute field day against Trent. I predicted he would. I predicted he'd be involved in the goals, and he done very, very well for us. 12 points, he got a goal and an assist, I believe, plus bonus points. So fantastic from him. Maddison goes from absolute hauling to a 1-pointer. You know, it is what it is, but yeah, not great from Maddison, but hopefully he can bounce back. So then we have Salah once again doing absolutely nothing. I think it's probably time to get rid of him, isn't it? It's just the fixture run after the Man City game is great, which is why I've brought him in, but the form he's in absolutely stinks. He was a ghost again today. He could not get past Tomiyasu. Every time he was getting a shot, it was going wide. He just doesn't look on it. And is it worth holding him, regardless of the fixtures? I'm not sure it's worth it. So I'm going to look to potentially move him on. But for now, he stays in the side, I suppose. Then we have Zaha, who walks away with 1 assist. So, you know, a return is a return. So we will take that. 5 points. Yeah, not bad. Then we have Tony, who walked away with a goal. He got a penalty goal. He also got another booking. I think he's on 4 bookings now. So if he gets 1 more, he'll be suspended for a match. So that will be annoying. But yeah, 5-point return. Can't really complain. So yeah. Then we have Haaland, who got 12 points. Yeah, I thought he would actually walk away with a massive haul in this game. He didn't. He only got the 1. He did miss quite a few chances. He hit the post. So yeah, another day he could have walked over a lot more, but a goal is a goal, and 12 points will take it. And then the unfortunate one, my guy Tony Martial, he gets an assist and then comes up injured. So annoying, so frustrating, because he's such a good player, and he's just made of glass, unfortunately. Like, what can you do, really? I felt if he continued to play in that game, he was going to get double-digit haul. I'm sure of it. He got the assist early on, and I'm pretty sure he would have scored because he was playing very well. He was linking up the play. His movement was good. I thought he looked excellent, and then he gets injured. It's very, very unfortunate. So it's going to be another transfer out, I think. So we brought in Mitro, got injured. Then we brought in Martial for Mitro, and then he got injured. So we're going to have to bring someone else in. So onto the bench, we got Ward, who got 1 point. So it was worth playing Gaeta in the end. He got 2 more points. Then we got Dallo, who got 2 points. Andreas, who actually scored, got 6 points. And Johnny, who got 1 point. So that's been my game week 10 team. We started, I believe, with a rank of 670k. And we got up to rank of about 517,000, I believe. So a good green arrow in the end. So we will take that. Let's have a look at some potential moves. So before we get into the potential moves, what do you guys think of the new graphic design? Do you like it? I think it looks quite clean. It's a lot cleaner than ones that I've used in the past, and yeah, I think it's a nice touch. But let me know what you think. Anyway, so Phil Foden, right now he's on absolutely amazing form. He scored, I believe, in his last 3 games. He's starting to get that end game product, which is something that I thought he was lacking. You know, he's starting to finish off his chances. He's getting assists, and he's just looked absolutely brilliant. And he seems to be playing every single game, which is fantastic. And at 8.2 million, I think he could become a key asset. So Liverpool next fixture, tougher game, but to be fair, he usually does turn up in the bigger games. Then they blank. So for me, I'm going to hold out buying him because they blank in game week 12, and then after that their fixture run is actually pretty good. So I think after that it's, you know, plain sailing, and probably Phil Foden does come into my side. Owned by 16.6% of the game. He's got 6 goals and 4 assists this season and a total points amassed of 62 points. So yeah, he's looking very good this season, and at 8.2, starting in that City attack, looks phenomenal. So the next player, as we mentioned last week, is Camacho. Now he's started again and he's scored again for West Ham, which is great stuff. Now I need a Martial replacement, so could this be the guy? They have Southampton next, then Liverpool, then Bournemouth, then Man United. So the fixture run is, you know, 2 hard games and 2 easier games. Now I do think he'll do well against Southampton, probably score another goal. You know, he's looked alright, and he got more minutes as well today, which is good. Last game he got 65 to 60 minutes, and this game he got 70 plus, which is great news. Owned by only 1.4% of the game as well, so he's a massive differential. And you know, if he continues to get starts and scoring goals, then I think at his price he could be a great valued asset. So the final player we have is Anthony, and at 7.5 million for someone who's going to be nailed on at right winger, I think it's a great price. He's played 3 games for Manchester United and scored 3 goals. So, you know, he's hit the ground running, which is a great sign. Ten Hag absolutely wanted him so badly, which means that he's nailed on. You know, he's not going to be replaced. He's going to be playing basically every single game. We don't really have another right winger. Sancho can play there, but he's been on poor form. So I feel like Anthony's absolutely nailed on. He's on great form. You know, he's looked dangerous. His speed, he's able to get in behind. He's fit into the side very well. He's got a nice link-up play with the attackers, and he's got an absolute whip on him as well when he cuts inside on that left. So the fixtures are Newcastle, Tottenham, Chelsea and West Ham. It's not the best fixtures, I'm not going to lie. The next 3 fixtures are not great. Newcastle's pretty tough. Tottenham, defensively solid. Chelsea, a good side, and that's a massive game. So, you know, is he going to get a return in all of those? Probably not. But after that, the fixtures actually do turn again. They turn all right. So at 6.9% ownership as well, he's not too highly owned. I think it could be a good differential. And at 7.5 million, I could downgrade Salah to Anthony. So on to my game week 11 team. This is pre-transfers. So in net, we have Gw10 against Leicester. Now, Leicester are actually one of the better sides attacking in the league. They've scored quite a lot of goals this season. So I don't expect Crystal Palace to keep a clean sheet in this game, which is, you know, annoying, but nonetheless. Then we have Cancelo against Liverpool. Now, Cancelo off the back of a massive haul. Man City looking very strong. Liverpool looking very poor. But do I expect him to keep a clean sheet? Probably not. I do expect there to be goals in this game. Maybe a 3-1 to Man City, something like that. So hopefully maybe Cancelo can get involved in the attacking front. Then we have James against Villa. Hopefully he can start this game. He's probably going to play midweek, I'd imagine. But will he play 2 games in a week? I'm not sure. Hopefully he's not benched again. But against Aston Villa, it's a great fixture, and I do expect them to keep a clean sheet in that match, which is why I want him to start. So then we have Johnny against Nottingham Forest at home. Plum of a fixture. You know, Nottingham Forest potentially the worst team in the league. And, you know, I think Wolves, whilst, again, they've not been good themselves, defensively they can actually be quite good. So I'm hoping that they can keep them out, which is why Johnny is getting his first start in the side. So into the midfield, we've got 5 in the midfield. We've got Martinelli nailed on in my side. You know, he's starting every week for me, and he's starting every week for Arsenal. Great player, great form, great side at the minute. Leeds, defensively suspect. I think there'll be goals again, and I do think Martinelli will be involved. So then we have Maddison against Crystal Palace. Now, Crystal Palace not the best defensively. Leicester quite good attacking. I expect Maddison to be involved in the play like he always is, and you know, hopefully he can get a return. So then we have Mohamed Salah against Manchester City. Now let me tell you, my hopes of this guy getting any points is absolute 0. I don't expect him to do anything. I expect Cancelo to probably lock him up. Yeah, I'm just done with Salah really, but I just need to find a way out. Or do I keep him for the fixtures and hope that his form turns around? I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. I mean, it's probably dumb faith really to hold him, but nonetheless, that's what I'm doing at the minute. So then we got Zaha against Leicester. Leicester poor defensively, and I think Palace will have a goal in this game at least. Zaha got an assist last game. Hopefully he can do more in the next one. It's Edouard at the minute that's getting a lot of the goals, so hopefully Zaha can steal it away from him and get a couple for himself. Then we've got Andreas against Bournemouth. Good fixture. He scored last game. Hopefully he can do it again. You know, he's on some set pieces. I know Willian does take some as well, but yeah, I think Fulham are probably the better side than Bournemouth, and they're quite good attacking wise, Fulham. So hopefully Andreas can get involved and get a nice little assist or something. So on to the attack, we have Tony against Brighton. Now Brighton are a good side, but yeah, you know, you can always hope that Tony will get involved. He scored against Newcastle, who are a good side as well. You know, that was from the penalty spot, but you know, penalties can happen, so maybe he gets another one against Brighton. Do I expect him to do anything? I'd lean to the side of he's probably not going to get a return, but he is a good striker, and you know, on his day he can score against anyone, so why not? Then we have my captain choice, Erling Haaland against Liverpool. Now, you might say on paper it sounds like a tough fixture, but let's be real here. Liverpool this season look terrible, and you know, they've looked pretty leaky at the back, and you know, even when you know they beat Man City right in the Community Shield, we all remember Erling Haaland getting about 10 chances and just missing them. You know, he had a poor first game in that Community Shield, and since then he's hit the ground running. But if he got that many chances in a game that Liverpool looked alright and won, while Man City are on form against a poor Liverpool side, for me it's a no-brainer. I think Haaland's going to do the bits, and yeah, he's a captain for me, 100%. I don't really see any other standout captaincy options as well. So yeah, for me it's going to be Erling Haaland. So onto the bench, we have Ward against Crystal Palace. Now that's the reverse fixture, so it's Gaeta or Ward. They both play each other. Leicester are the home side, so maybe you could sway towards them, but to be honest, I expect none of them to keep a clean sheet, so it doesn't really matter. Then we have Dalot against Newcastle. I do actually think this is, you know, a good chance United could get a clean sheet. Don't get me wrong, Newcastle have been banging goals recently, but I think this will be a more tight affair. And if United get Varane back, which he did actually play today, then potentially we'll look more solid at the back. But then again, I do expect Newcastle to probably score. Then we have Trippier against United. I expect Man United to score. I hope they do. So I don't think Trippier will get a clean sheet. He can always get an assist or something like that. You know, he's got a couple recently, but for me, he's going to be on my bench, and Johnny's going to be the one starting because I expect that to be a clean sheet. Then at the minute, I've got Martial on the bench, but as you know, I do need to get rid of him. So potentially, Camacho could come into the side, and maybe Andreas drops to the bench for Camacho, who starts. But anyway, that's what my side is looking like. What do you guys think? How did you guys get on this game week? Let me know in the comment section down below. And if you guys need any FPL advice or anything like that, please feel free to leave a question in the comment section down below, and I'll be sure to answer you as best as I can. But thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I'll catch you all next time. Cheers guys.